day that she has to go out to the next town because she has to go and get some supplies, and she has to be gone when the good woman will be coming by. And so she tells her husband, who happens to be home that day, this is going to happen. He's never seen this happen before because he's usually gone, but he's going to be there. So this is going to happen, bear that in mind. And let her do it and just, go on with your business. And so he's sitting there breathing some rope, and he sees out the open door, he sees the woman coming up the path, and he's breathing a rope. It's what his wife said to expect to do. And he's heard all the stories. He's heard a lot of stories about fairies taking people away and never seeing them again, or doing really terrible things to them. And so he gets scared, and he slams the door right in her face. And she gets very, very angry, and she lets out this great screech. And he hears her scrabbling on the side of the house, and she climbs up the side of the house, up on the roof, and he can hear her walking through the thatch on the roof. And then he sees this great, long, bony hand come down the chimney, and snatches up the kettle and pulls it up the chimney, and it's gone anywhere. And she's gone too. Well, he thinks it's very strange, but he's safe and the kettle's gone, so he figures, it's all handled. It works. And so he goes on with what he's doing. And his wife comes back around dusk, and she says, "Where's the kettle?" And he says, "She never came back." "Why, man, what did you do?" And so he told her the whole story, and she's just shaking her head. "Did I not tell you what was going to happen? She's never done anything to me. She wouldn't have done anything to you either. You're daft, man. Now I have to go and find my kettle." And so she goes out. And fairies, little people, live in green knolls usually. The great hills that are in some pastures. You see a hill that's a green hill. That's where they live. And so she goes to the nearest one, and she's going to try to get in touch with this fairy woman. And she sees her kettle sitting there, just waiting for her. And it's full of juicy bones. So she picks it up. And the moment she stands up carrying her kettle, she hears the fairy hounds. Someone has let loose the fairy hounds. And the fairy hounds eat anything that comes near them. They're very, very, very vicious. So she starts to run. And she hears them start to run after her. And she's running, but she's carrying this heavy kettle. But she can't let the kettle down because it's her kettle and she needs it. And so she's carrying this, and she's running as fast as she can, and she feels their breath on her heels. And she's running as fast as she can. And then she realizes she's got this big kettle that is full of juicy bones. So she starts throwing the bones behind her. And the fairy hounds stop to eat the bones. And then they catch up with her again. And then she throws more. And she runs as fast as she can, and she can see the light of her cabin. It's just right up there, and she's running as fast as she can, and she's throwing bones, and then she looks and she's out of bones. And she just puts on as much speed as she possibly can, and she's running, and her lungs are going to burst. And she runs right through the doorway just as the hounds are coming at her heels, and her husband slams